Then there is this. Saturday Night Live is making another distasteful joke over the weekend. This time it was about the possibility of a presidential assassination, much to the delight of its audience. Watch.
President Trump attended the opening night of Chicago at the Kennedy Center, and I think that's cool that the president is going to the theater. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
President Trump faced 2 real assassination attempts during his 2024 campaign run. It was first happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. That was July 13th. A bullet grazed his ear while he spoke at an outdoor rally. One man behind the president was fatally shot that day. Then in September, a man was plotting to shoot the president on his golf course in West Palm Beach, but was caught and arrested by Secret Service. Jonathan, I'm not really surprised that SNL is making distasteful jokes because I don't think the show's really funny anymore, to be honest with you. But it really does kind of, once again, I think, highlight the concerns we have about domestic security. You've had 2 assassination attempts against the president. We know that there's been threats from these Iranian sleeper cells, and the Department of Homeland Security is currently shut down.
It really is amazing, and it's not just like a bad joke, which that's fine. It just shows their overall contemptuousness for President Trump and any of his supporters. And if you look back, I think your point of it, it's not funny anymore, and I don't want to seem like the old guy, but it's like if you look back, they used to make fun of Reagan, they used to make fun of George Bush the senior, they used to make fun of Bill Clinton, and it was all funny, but not in like a mean-spirited way. And Saturday Night Live really has become a show that is almost like the bitter theater kids take over to do a show for the other bitter theater kids. And it's just really, you see the Mark Wayne Mullen comment by Jimmy Kimmel, and it just shows what they think of Americans. And to make light of that, particularly in light of the fact of the assassination attempts, but even put that aside, there's just such a level of hatred that makes it hard to want to watch a show like that.
Yeah, Ryan, what do you think?
I like those theater kids, Jonathan. That's a good one. No, I think we have to resort to provocation, right, because they aren't funny. Because the show isn't funny, and I agree. Like, I go back to my youth as well when it was really funny. When I think about all the great cast members, it's just like nobody watches Saturday Night Live anymore. And using provocation for humor, and in lieu of humor, not a great strategy. So I don't think anyone cares about Saturday Night Live anymore.
Yeah, no, again, not funny, and I think the ratings really reflect that. I watched Greg Gutfeld. Well, I tape it because I'm sleeping, but you know what I'm saying.
You have to. You work for the network. Come on.
DVR it. All right.